I love that bamboo.
Do you?
I do.
I wasn't sure. This is so funny. I think I'm recording upside down.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great color. He's such a fashionista. He's like, because they had yellow and then it's brown. He's like, no, mommy, you can't get the yellow. That doesn't. No. That's Key West. Oh, this is 10 degrees. Warmer or cooler? Cooler. Oh, okay. So let's start with... let's start with your right leg straight, stretched out, and then your left leg like this. Put the block on your left side, and where? Just slide it under your hip a little bit. So your left hip will pop up. Yeah. Right, exactly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into, we've done this before where we twist the hip over. Okay. So you can put your arms out to the sides. Yeah. And what I want you to... Not bring up my right off the mat or... Your left shoulder, yeah, will stay on the mat. But what I want to work on is, there's two ways to do this movement. You can take the left leg, and if you were to put the left, keep the knee bent. Oh, you're just trying to get your knee in place. And let's start with the knee, like let's say you're at 2 o'clock right now. Let's come back to 12 o'clock so it's straight up. Yeah. So you can lead with your knee, like move your leg to the side, and then your left hip will come off the block. But does my foot stay? Yeah, exactly. With my knee. Okay. Yeah, like your whole leg will stay like this. Okay. And your body will twist. They're moving together. Yeah, exactly. So this is a spinal twist. Yeah, you see how the knee came over? Yeah. So you can move your knee over, and then lift your hip off the block, and lift the hip off the block, and then bring that left knee a little bit closer to like it's moving towards the ground. Bring off the block and get down. A little bit. Awesome. And then put the knee back. Or the other way to do it is to not lead with the knee and just lift your hip. Can you lift your hip off the block? And then down. That feels really what? Like awkward, not in. So it's up. Over. So do you find it more awkward to lift from the hip than using the knee? Yeah. Yeah. So let's go with just using the knee over. Okay. So you bring the knee and then the hip starts to lift off the block, right? It feels more fluid that way. Great. Yeah. And then let's see if you can you? No, that's okay. Do you mind if I use? Okay. Now let's only go to there. That's totally fine. And then bring it back. Let me just watch your upper body. I just feel the left shoulder is coming with me. Yep. Do you see it? Yeah, so don't take the leg as far. Okay. And let that left shoulder relax. Awesome. So where do you feel this movement is coming from in your body? Like my hip flexor. Back here, okay? So where it connects to my tailbone. And how does that feel? Does it feel like it's a muscle working? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Like, describe it to me. Is it painful? Is it good working? Is it sore? I want you to use your own words. It's just not suggesting. Don't be sweet.
answer.
That's fine. And that's an entirely fine answer. What's this right foot doing? Is it relaxed?
No.
No, okay, I didn't think so.
But where's it supposed to be?
Your feet? It's hard for me to tell if you it's like to point your feet naturally. Like I think your feet fall. So I can't quite tell. That right foot looks relaxed now. Do you notice the difference? It's hard for me to tell if your feet are relaxed.
Well, this is not relaxed.
When it's up, that is relaxed.
That's
Okay.
relaxed.
Okay. Okay. Your left shoulder is very nice and relaxed.
I'm
Did it get
feeling
sore
it
there?
more
Right there.
inside.
Yeah. In the front of the hip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like where my pubic bone.
Oh, like the
Back.
spot that you've had before?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch sides.
This isn't a natural position for me, so I guess I'm not sure what.
That's okay. That's what's really interesting though, because maybe it's a new movement for your body. Take your right hand for me and put it diagonally on your belly, so it would be like right about here, a little bit higher, like just kind of, yeah. And point your fingertips towards your hip a little bit. Yeah. So you think that we have these muscles that go like an X on our stomach. And so these ones that go this way continue all the way down like this, right? They go right across the belly. So that is the muscles, when they contract, will help bring this hip over into that direction. You feel it? Okay. Then lift the hip.
It's supposed to be here.
Yeah. So try lifting your hip a little bit more off the block. There you go, like a big lift off the block, and see if you can feel that across your abdomen.
Here.
Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah, I'm getting cramps in my foot.
Okay. Bring it up, shake it out.
Oh boy.
Big break.
Too much going on right there.
Okay. Come down.
Yeah.
Put on your left arm. Is it trying to help?
Probably.
It looks like he was trying to jump
It
in.
feels left out.
It feels like that. It was tough. And there's muscles also in the back that contribute to this motion. And how does that feel? You know, you talked about in the body diagram, you had put it at, a star, down your base of your sacrum, like the back of your pelvis.
Yeah.
Is this aggravating or is it? Nope. Okay, that's good. Let's try it with resting your right toes on the front of your left thigh. Nope, that's your left foot.
Oh.
Your right toes on your left thigh, yeah. So what I'm
Okay.
trying to do is just take a little weight off. So the right leg weight is going on to the left leg, right? You see what I did? So then when you try and, you gotta fly. So right foot on left thigh.
That's interesting.
Just try and get it like you're doing a tiny little lift with that hip off the block. Yeah. See something happening in your left chest.
I have no idea what it's doing.
That's okay.
Maybe because my head is moving.
take your hands and wrap them. You know how we've done this move before? Wrap them, yeah, and just let your elbows rest on your chest. Yeah, there you go. Any problem with the pubic bone? Why don't you give me just a little bit more lift with that right butt cheek off that block? You can put that left, like put the block further towards the middle of your spine.
Well, that's what it was.
Is it slipping out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your awareness to your left foot.
The one that's starting to cramp again.
He's doing a lot of work. That left leg. This is a really difficult. So take it slow. Yeah, let that foot. So interesting.
My feet cramp, like it starts in the arch.
Oh.
When it gets in a certain, like when I get in a certain position, like say I'm wearing flip-flops, they get bad.
Is one more so than the other?
It's my left.
Okay, so this is, so you've had this kind of before.
But it's, I think, if I have high arches, it starts like right here as soon as my foot stays in a position, and then it goes all the way down to my big toe.
Yeah. Okay, let's try. Could you try and actually, instead of your hands on front of your shoulders, can you tuck your hands like into your armpits? But have a look where my hands are. Like your elbows are still crossed, but yeah, your hands in your armpit. I just want you to feel where your pads of your fingers are, like 2 through 5. They're kind of getting close to where your lats are on the sides, which we don't want to have the lats participate. So just, monitor with those fingers that nothing up there is working while we rotate our hips to the left.
And
you can rest the leg, yep. Rest the foot on the. Great. I see just an awesome start of contraction. On the left foot. Just holding its own.
I just need to be in a straight jacket.
Maybe they have a 2-for-1. Try just a little bit of lift of that right hip off the block. There you go. Try going half as far and keep the left foot relaxed. Awesome. Good one.
This is right up there with the boat toes.
It's all, I'm trying to target your obliques that run, like I said, diagonal. Like one goes this way, one goes that way. And they're a great core stabilizer. They're pretty deep. And I've noticed that we both could do some work there to get them working on their own. And that can really help with that number 2 spot, your sacrum in the back, to stabilize your pelvis.
Okay.
All right. So your option is to keep that bent leg foot on the thigh, block underneath the hip, or you can lift it up. I think it's harder with the foot up, with like the knee bent like that. But I think it also allows your left knee to go further to the left, so you can kind of use like the weight of the leg to help you lift the hip.
I feel more stable with it.
With it, which way?
This way.
With the foot down. All right, we'll stay there. Yeah, and all I want you to be able to feel is like the beginning of a lift of that hip off the block. Yeah, right there. So watch the bracing up in the rib cage. Awesome. We did a lot on that side. You can take it back out and have a rest. Alright, so let's review what we did today. We upgraded you to no blocks during
Training
marching.
wheels came off.
Your training wheels are gone. Straight arms, right, with shoulder flexion and the relaxed neck, which looks totally awesome.
Do I have the towel underneath?
When you're doing the arm, you can do both actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we did the noodle underneath your neck with some breathing, and we did the noodle with the arms. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we did just twist.
And then am I adding the...
And the head lifts. Yeah, the double chins. Double chin lift. I know. It's exactly what you don't want in a selfie.
The selfie.
The no selfie. We can call it that. And the arms bent. Playing with the arms. You play with the arms, like out to the side or crisscross. I find it helps monitor what's going on in the chest. But then it can also be a little restricting, you know, if your arm's on your chest, so play with what you want, with what feels good. Any questions, concerns?
I'm just going to have to work on this one.
Yeah, and that's fine.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on there. So, slow, you know, slow and steady. You don't have to do 20 of them. Like, if you just do 5, 10, again, quality. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And it just... Even if your hip doesn't lift off the block, if you're just getting the motion and the feel of a slight muscle contraction and everything else is relaxed, then you're totally training that pattern in your brain, that neuromuscular pattern to do that motion. So it's very exciting. It's exciting to see your body learning something new, right? Like you're like, this doesn't feel normal, right? Like I can't remember the exact words that you used, but you're like, it felt, or it seemed like it was new. Yeah, by the words you used. Oh, that's awesome. That's great because we're getting new muscles involved. All right, I will send you a list of your exercises.